Welcome back. We're going to put this puppy together and put it to bed. So we're going to show you how to assemble it, how to do something called a presentation drawing or explosion drawing, where we take it all apart and show how the pieces all fit together like Legos, and then we're going to show a professional assembly drawing. All right, so here we go. So if you did this correctly, and if you listen to what I said, you should have a folder called Flywheel, right? If not, things get a little bit difficult trying to find things. So we're going to start with that, because I just tried to do this and I didn't realize I did that. So go New, and the one you need to be under Metric. The one you want to click on is standardmm.iam. Here we go. Hit Place. Okay, go find your file. Mine is under... Oh, that's why I couldn't find it, because it's on the wrong thing. There's mine, Flywheel. Okay, you have to dump this one at a time. Now, the one thing about this is you can dump more than one at one time. So that's why you don't have to make multiple files sometimes. Whenever you click, it makes a new one. I only need one of these, so I'm going to erase those. I'm going to erase 3 of these. Okay, so I'll place this. Place peg. Yeah, I have a little error between the two, but I don't care. Place there, and then the plate support. And there we go. Okay, it like puts these in as in nice views. When you get first started, click on your base piece, right click and ground it. When you ground something, it doesn't move, and you get this little, looks like a push pin on there. So that means it's grounded. Another feature that you may need sometimes is when you're sliding a peg through a hole, you oftentimes have to free rotate it so it aligns with it. This one, not necessarily, but sometimes you do. So I'm going to show you how to do that. That way it's going in the right direction, because sometimes it'll have different sides to it, and you might need to do that. So this free rotate will help you out with that. Go to Constrain. When you're doing a circle, when you're doing anything with a cylinder or with a hole, you have to find the center line first, not the end. I don't want that dot. I want the full center line. I click this center line. Now, as long as I'm on the outside, as long as I'm on that like same hole in the middle, that's all you need. That will pop it in there. That was really loud in my ear. Okay? I'm going to press cancel. I don't have to, but I'm just showing you now it's lined up with this hole right here. Okay? The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do another constraint, and I'm going to flush this. So there's 2 options. There's mate and flush. Okay? We're going to flush this with the face of this. Apply. Now this is locked in there. So if I shift and scroll, oops, I undid that by accident. Now you see here how it's in there and it's locked in. I can't move it, but look, I can spin it though. Okay, now let's do this. So I'm going to just want a little different than I did the last one because I want to show you mate also. So once again, the center to the center. That pops it on there, apply. Now I can finish this 1 or 2 ways. I could mate it or I can put it out here. So I'm going to mate. Whenever you mate it, you have to go end to end. Okay? So sometimes you have to do this, apply, and it's done. So now we're finished. And it should spin around. If it doesn't, then there's something off. I do want to show you one more thing real quick that is going to help things make more sense. Okay? Let me get it to a nice view for later on. So when you go to insert some objects, let's say I insert my support plate. Maybe you should do this too real quick. So I'm going to put in 2 of these. Would you do this for me real quick, because you're going to need this for some practice. These things do not recognize each other. They're like ghosts. Okay? The only thing they recognize is when you tell it to hit a side or an edge or a face or something. So just for practice, if I were to try to line up this one with the side of this one here, I would probably first start off by doing a flush on these 2 faces and apply. I'm going to press cancel real quick. Now you see here how it's kind of attached. So I'm going to ground one. Just make sure it's attached. Now You might think it's free moving anywhere, but if you look at it from the side, you'll see here how it can only go up and down. But still, it doesn't really know where it's going because it doesn't have an actual face to put it on. So in that case, what I would do is I would probably do one more flush. It usually takes 3 steps to actually get these things in. And apply. So now, the only thing this thing can do is go left to right. And then to attach it, I would do the faces. So I just want to show you this real quick, just so you can see how to put more parts together. I encourage you to practice this, because next time you do it on your own, you're going to be lost without this. So I'm going to erase this. Okay, save it. Save as, flywheel, and this is done. Okay, go ahead and hit File, New, and now scroll all the way down to the very bottom, go standard mm.iam. I'll try to slow down, I did that a little bit fast. So, first things first, go find your file, flywheel, there it is. I don't know why that pops up every time, but it is. And there we go. Okay, so I like the front of this. The back is a little bit hard to see, but I'm going to go with this angle anyway. So the first thing I always like to do is I like to find an angle that will represent this probably the best. In this case, probably the back might be the better one to use. Actually, I'm going to go front still because I just like that view better. So press tweak first. So I'm going to click this, the actual part itself, and I'm going to drag this pin forward here. Just drag the arrow and it will go in a direction. Don't try to go through an object. If you have to go through, then just go the other direction. It's fine. So I selected this and it drag it back. Okay? I'm going to press check mark. Now, hit tweak again. I'm going to click this. It sees my arrows. I'm going to drag it back some. Okay? Now, my parts are separate. So, if you want to see what it did, press play, and you'll get a little video that shows a part actually coming apart. It's really cool when you have a lot of different pieces. Do me a favor, once you get this done, press new snap view. This will help out when you do your actual sheets. Got that? Done. File, save as. Now you can just press save because it's going to save it as a different extension. So it's not going to save over your previous thing. Okay, that's finished. Next thing. File, New, and I need you to click on this ANSI.IDW. Right click on Sheet, go to Edit Sheet, change D to A, and press OK. Okay. When you first get started this, you'll notice that your name is already on here, which is awesome. You also have numbers of sheets too, which is kind of cool too. Okay, so press base. Now, assuming you have your things open, it should give you a list of everything you've done here, which it does. So the first thing I want is the fly IPN file. Okay. Now, when you load this in, you'll see here how you can go ahead and change your angles if you want to. I'm going to stick with kind of this angle here because I like this view. If you want to make it scale bigger, you can, or smaller, by just switching this around. I'm going to stick with 1:1. If you want to color it, you click this thing right here. This is called shaded. This will allow you to keep its colors. When you get that done, press OK. Now, if you grab it by the edge, you can't grab it from the middle because that's the object. If you grab it by the edge, you're able to move it. Okay. I'm also going to put in another one, which is the IAM file. Now, once again, you know, I like to have it at a different angle maybe have the same angle. I'll have mine facing each other. I can hit shaded, I can press OK, and now it's still shaded. So now I have my two main views lined up. This is what it looks like when it's assembled. This one is disassembled. Next step, we're going to put some balloons on there. On the right-hand side of your screen, under the Annotate tab, is a thing called Auto Balloon. Here's how it works. Click it first. This screen pops up. It needs you to select your objects that you want to have a balloon on. We're not making balloon animals. You'll see. You'll get these little 3 dots that will come up because you have 3 parts. Click it, press OK, and there it is. Now you are allowed to move these around if you want to. Let's say you don't like how it sits. Let's say this one right here, it's really hard to see that this is on this part here. So I can move these things around if I want to. But do me a favor, don't try to change the numbers. I just tried doing it, and it was a pain to try to fix. So just leave it the way it is. Okay? Oops. Okay, so next we need a parts list. Okay? I'm going to move this one over because I hate where it's located at. There we go. All right, parts list. Click this. Choose your item. Choose OK. Dump that, and we're good. So 2 is peg, 1 is flywheel, 3 is your support plate. So this page is almost done. Hit File, hit iProperties, because we have to name it now. So under Summary, you see you have your name. You can put your name here. You can put flywheel right here. Press OK. File, Save As, and go ahead and save this flywheel cover page because you're going to have another one. All right, so I'm going to stop the video now because I want to make sure I can go through the next one without rushing. So hope you get this done. If you're struggling, please message me, and I'll be able to help you out. Thanks. Bye.